My wife abandoned us because she was jealous of our teen daughter. She returned to a finalized divorce and a 30-year prison sentence. My name is Carl. I am 42 years old, born and raised in Oklahoma. I am a simple guy. I work as a CPA, drive a Ford F-150 that has seen better days, and my whole world revolves around my 3 kids, Emily, 15, Leo, 9, and little Kristen, 5. I always thought I had a boring, stable marriage with Sally, 39. But looking back, I was blind. Since Kristen was born, Sally started acting strange. She became obsessed with her fading youth. She spent hours in front of the mirror, ignoring the baby. But the worst part was the way she looked at Emily. It was not pride, it was envy. The bomb dropped on a humid Tuesday afternoon. I came home early to find Sally sitting at the kitchen table. 2 large suitcases were packed by the door. "We need to talk, Carl. I'm done." I froze. "Done? Like, you need a vacation?" "No," she said, her voice terrifyingly calm. "I need to find myself. I'm suffocating here. I'm 39, and I feel like my life is over." She stood up and paced around the kitchen. "I see the way boys look at Emily, Carl. They used to look at me like that. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life being the mother of the pretty girl while I rot away. I need to be desired again. I want to be with other men. I want to feel alive." I broke down. I admit it. I sat there and cried like a child. I asked her if we could go to therapy. I asked her what I did wrong. She just looked at me with disgust. "You're so weak, Carl. That's why I'm leaving." She picked up her purse. I took the savings. Consider it my severance pay for raising these kids. She had drained our joint account, $30,000 we had saved for their college. She walked out the door without even saying goodbye to Leo or Kristen. That first week was a blur of misery. I could not eat. The sink piled up with dirty dishes. I told the kids Mom went to visit a sick aunt, but Emily knew. She saw me crying in the garage. My breaking point came on Sunday. My dad, Frank, 69, a Vietnam vet who does not tolerate nonsense, came over. He found me sitting on the couch in the dark, unshaven, while the kids ate cereal for dinner again. He did not hug me. He walked over, turned off the TV, and stood over me. "Get up," he growled. "Dad, I can't." I said, "Get up." He grabbed my shoulder hard. "Look at you. Your wife didn't just leave, Carl. She deserted her post. She abandoned those babies. You are the captain now. If you fall apart, they drown. Do you understand me?" He pointed at Leo, who was watching us with big, scared eyes. "That boy needs a father, not a weeping mess. Swallow it. Grieve later. Right now, you work." That was the slap in the face I needed. The next day, I went into survival mode. My mom came over every day to help with Kristen. I learned how to cook. I burned a lot of macaroni at first, but I got better. I started taking half days at work to pick up Leo from school. We built a new routine, a quieter, sadder one, but we were together. I hired a shark of a lawyer. He explained that filing for abandonment takes a full year in Oklahoma. We did not have that kind of time. Instead, we filed immediately for gross neglect of duty and incompatibility, citing her disappearance and the theft of marital funds. Since Sally had vanished, we served her via publication in the local newspaper. The 90-day waiting period passed. She never responded. 6 months after she left, the judge granted a default judgment. I got full custody, the house and the truck. She got nothing. 7 months post-departure, the money ran out. I was in the driveway washing the truck when a taxi pulled up. Sally stepped out. She looked rough, hair unkempt, clothes dirty. "Hey," she said, trying to smile like she had just been gone for a weekend. "My credit cards aren't working." "We're divorced, Sally," I said, not stopping my scrubbing. "The judge signed the papers last month." She went ballistic. She started screaming on the front lawn, demanding entry to her house. "You can't do this. I was just taking a break. I'm their mother." Emily walked out onto the porch. "You're not a mother," Emily said, her voice shaking but firm. "Mothers don't steal their kids' college money and run away." Sally glared at her own daughter with pure venom. "Shut up, you little brat. This is your fault." I stepped between them. "Leave, now, or I'm calling the cops." She left, screaming that she would get a lawyer and take everything. A week later, her lawyer, some cheap strip mall guy, filed a motion to vacate the divorce. He claimed she had not been properly served. It was a stall tactic, but the judge ordered mediation to discuss visitation rights. My lawyer advised me to allow one supervised visit in our backyard to show the court I was not being alienating. I agreed reluctantly. Sally showed up looking better, trying to play the sweet mom. Leo, 9, and Kristen, 5, ran to her, confused. They missed her. "Oh, my babies," she cooed, hugging them. "Daddy has been so mean to Mommy, hasn't he? He stole Mommy's money." I grit my teeth but stayed quiet for the legal record. Then she looked at Emily, who was sitting on the patio swing, refusing to look at her. "Emily, come give Mommy a hug," Sally demanded. "No," Emily said. Sally's face twisted. The mask slipped. "You think you're so special, don't you? Just because you're young, you'll be old and ugly one day too." Leo pulled away, scared by her tone. "Mom, stop. Shut up, Leo," she snapped. That was it. "Visit is over," I announced, stepping in. "Kids inside now." "You can't tell me what to do," Sally screamed, lunging toward the door. "I can actually. Get off my property." As she stormed off, she shouted, "This isn't over. My boyfriend Hector will make you pay." Emily walked up to me, tears in her eyes, holding her phone. "Dad, I recorded all of that." I hugged her tight. "You did good, baby. You did good." That video killed her motion for custody. Her lawyer dropped her when she could not pay the retainer. But then the threat shifted. Hector started showing up. He was a terrifying guy, tattoos on his neck, dead eyes. He started driving slowly past the house. Then Emily came to me, shaking. "Dad, look at my Instagram." Hector was sending her messages. "Hey, beautiful, your mom cries about you. She wants to see you. Meet me at the park. I can take you to her. You look so grown up now. You could be a model. I have friends in New York." A chill went down my spine. This was not just harassment. This was grooming. I did not reply. I drove straight to the police station. I showed them the messages and gave them Hector's license plate number, which I had written down from his drive-bys. The Oklahoma detectives ran the plates. They got a hit. Hector was not just a boyfriend. He was a fugitive from New York State with active warrants for aggravated assault and trafficking. He was bad news. The police set up a trace on his phone. They found him and Sally holed up in a cheap motel on the outskirts of town. They mobilized a SWAT team for the arrest because of his violent history. When they breached the room, Hector tried to pull a weapon. The officers neutralized him. He did not make it. Sally was arrested at the scene. The investigation revealed the true horror. On Hector's laptop, they found chat logs. Hector owed money to a cartel connection. He and Sally had been discussing a way to clear the debt. The plan was to lure Emily out of the house and hand her over. My ex-wife, jealous of her own daughter, had agreed to traffic her child to pay off a drug debt. The news broke me. I sat in my living room and wept, not for Sally, but for the monster she had become. Sally's parents, whom I had not seen since the divorce, came to my house. Her father, a proud man, could not even look me in the eye. He sat on my couch and sobbed, apologizing over and over for raising that thing. He promised to set up a trust fund for the kids to replace the money Sally stole. Because of the digital evidence, the district attorney charged Sally with conspiracy to commit human trafficking and child endangerment. She took a plea deal to avoid life in prison. She got 30 years. It has been 2 years now. We are slowly healing. Leo is back in baseball. Kristen barely remembers her mom, which is a blessing. Emily is the toughest person I know. She is in therapy and plans to study criminal justice. I am taking MMA classes with Leo. I have started dating Carla, a kind woman from church who respects my kids and understands that they come first. Sometimes I look at Emily, safe and happy, and I think about my dad's words, "Do your duty." I did, and I would do it again. Editor's note: jealousy is ugly, but maternal jealousy is a monstrosity. Carl's story is a terrifying reminder that toxic people do not just leave. They often try to burn the house down on their way out. The fact that a mother would conspire against her own child is nightmare fuel. Kudos to Carl for listening to his father, documenting everything, and protecting his cubs when the wolf came knocking.